We are all somewhat skeptical, which is why some people believe it to be the case that we don't notice subtlety. You may think you're an expert online shopper, but did you know that online ads are usually placed on the right-hand side of the screen? It's probably a lot easier to take a photo before and after weight loss than people might think. And just how do advertisers photograph ice cream before it melts? Prepare to see these 20 ways that we are consistently tricked by advertiser. Number 20. Secret wax sauce. If you like barbecue or other sauces with your fast food, you may have noticed how thick sauce looks in commercials compared to how thin it is in real life. The reason for this is because when shooting source for ads, photographers often melt an appropriately colored wax, then add it to the source to make it look thick and stay on foods dipped in it. When they say the secret's in the source, they're not kidding around. Number 19. Chicken ads. When watching an ad for a juicy-looking chicken or turkey, you probably never think about what's really going on behind the scenes. And I can assure you, they're not just winging it. These are sort of like experts poultry beauticians. In most poultry ads, the bird is undercooked and stuffed with paper towels to make it look plump. Then there's fried chicken, which is sometimes torn apart and put back together to create a perfectly stringy and symmetrical cut open breast. Oh, and canola oil is often used to revive a bit of dry-looking meat and make it look juicy and glistening. Now that's a foul secret. Number 18. Steamy Secret. Hot food in ads look so tantalizing, partly because of the steam rising up from the food, whether it's a baked potato, a pizza, or a TV dinner. However, heating the food isn't a practical option for a photo shoot that could take hours, so steam is usually created using a cotton ball or tampon that's been soaked in water, then heated up. When the cotton ball runs out of steam, a new one is hidden behind the food for more of a smoky look. An instant stick is often used instead. Number 17. Reciprocity. Many companies give away free products with their logos at places like trade shows and college campuses. The word free often pops up a lot, especially in ads. The reason for this is that studies have shown that people are far more likely to act when they feel they have something to lose instead of something to gain. Which is why free trials are vitally important for companies. You try a free subscription service or product for a short time. Then when it's about to go away, you get an email that your free trial ends soon. So you need to act now not to lose the service. In this way, free product can end up costing you money. Number 16. Boot Polish buns. You probably use shoe or boots polish for its intended purpose, but Hollywood uses it to make food look more appealing in commercials. It's commonly used on grilled food, like hamburgers or chicken, to make those little char marks on the meat. The bun doesn't have to be left out though. Shoe polish can also make buns and roll look perfectly browned. Number 15. Before and after photos. If you've ever showed up money for a weight loss regime after seeing some amazing before and after photos, you may have been manipulated by photographer tricks. In reality, most of us can look 10 pounds thinner if we spray on fake tan, stand up straight, suck in our stomach, and choose a more flattering swimsuit or pair of jeans. In many before photos, the subject is slouching and often wears ill-fitting clothes. In the after photos, they're usually standing up straighter and maybe also holding their stomach in. Lighting plays a big role too. Often the after photo has much brighter, more flattering lighting. Meanwhile, the advertised weight loss system may only have a genuine sliming effect on your wallet. Number 14. Online ads. You may have noticed that sites like Google and Facebook place all their ads on the right side of the page. Why is that? It turns out the world is designed for right-handed people. In fact, if you go to your local store and write down which side of the aisle most of the items you are buying are on, you'll probably find the list skews right. This isn't an accident. Stores place the most important items on the right side of the aisle because most of our brains are wired to find that things on the right side of the picture are more trustworthy. Sites usually place ads on the right side of your content. That's not all. Even the design of ads on this page come with hidden purposes. Square ads, like the one you probably see next to this video, are the most popular ad format because advertisers pay more for them. Why? Well, it's all due to their odd shape, which means they can only really be woven into the site's content to look legitimate, unlike banners, which can look out of place. This means people are more likely to be fooled into trusting and clicking on them. Number 13. Fresh fish trick. Advertisers want seafood to look fresh and juicy. But like noodles and other foods, It starts to dry out and look stale after some time under the hot lights of a photography studio. To prevent the fish from drying up, often fish dishes will be coated with glycerine to make them look fresh. Glycerine is a simple compound found in all natural fats, whether animal or vegetable, and can be mixed with water to make long-lasting drops for coating seafood. If you think that sounds fishy, you might just be right. Number 12. That's not syrup. There's nothing like an ad for a local pancake house to make you drawl. Those light, fluffy-looking pancakes drizzled with syrup or motor oil. That's right. Photographers often use motor oil instead of actual syrup because the syrup would soak into the pancakes and they want you to slobber all over yourself as the syrup drips off the sides of the stack. Another trick is to spray the pancakes with fabric softener so the syrup doesn't soak in. Just don't try putting maple syrup in your engine. Number 11. Whipped cream. We've all had little fun with a can of whipped cream, whether it's spraying it directly into your mouth or using it on your girlfriend's hot chocolate. But in the advertising world, the trick is using other substances that look like whipped cream for ads, as the normal cream is actually very difficult to position. So what do they use? Well, shaving cream is a common substitute, as it's less runny and easier to shape. Some photographers will use mayonnaise instead. Number 10. Mashed potato ice cream. Ironically, most people enjoy ice cream on hot days when it melts the fastest, but even in cold weather, once that frozen treater's out of the freezer, it starts to melt in no time. This presents a problem for advertisers trying to photo the perfect ice cream, especially when considering the bright hot lights needed for professional photography. So what do you see in that? Drool-inducing commercial may actually be a picture of mashed potatoes, with enough food coloring to make it look like chocolate, strawberry, or mint chocolate ice cream. A combination of powdered sugar, vegetable shortening, and corn syrup is also commonly used. Either way, this gives photographers time to take a variety of shots. Then the ad runs, and we all want to buy an ice cream, even though we are looking at a load of mashed spuds. Number 9. Don't forget the sprinkles. Before you get too upset about your ice cream really being made out of potatoes, you might like to know that the sprinkles you see in the ad are also placed using a certain trick. They are held there by paper towels. Hot fudge and other syrups are also kept in place this way. Number 8. Fizzy soft drinks. Soda always looks so fizzy and refreshing in commercials, often much more than the same drink in real life. That's due to the antacids photographers add to the drinks to make them fizzer for in shot. And that glass of milk or cup of coffee in the next commercial, it probably contains dish soap, so it can look bubbly too. Number 7. Liquid glucose noodles. Noodles often look better on TV than they do when you open up your takeouts box at home. To make noodles look hot and fresh, advertisers spray them with liquid glucose, so they don't dry out and start to look like leftovers, even though they're probably going to end up that way in your fridge. Number 6. The cake is a lie. Cake always looks so yummy in commercials. It's like advertisers are trying to wreck your diet. It might help you to know that that luscious-looking slice of cake is partly cardboard. To keep the cake from getting mushy, advertisers insert pieces of cardboard between the layers. They then add icing over where the cardboard shows through. If the cake doesn't look fresh enough, sometimes hairspray is used to spiff it up. Now that takes the cake. Butter, you only get what you're putting. Number 5. Funny. Now give me your money. This one is related to the fact that many ads are designed to be humorous because humor can play a very effective way of making sales. It's not just because it catches your attention, although that is an essential first step. Surprisingly, jokes that take a little time for the audience to get are the most effective. Even ones that are a stretch or not that funny will work. That's because if you spend a lot of time trying to figure out what was funny about the commercial, you stop thinking of cynical reasons not to buy the product, like that's an overpriced piece of junk. While you are laughing, the product manufacturer probably is as well, all the way to the bank. Number 4. Super targeted ads. You may sometimes scroll through your social media or any other web page and see an ad for something you need right now. How do they know? A lot of apps, including social media, use geolocation for ads. Although you can turn off geolocation on your smartphone, many apps require it, often in that tiny print that no one reads before agreeing and downloading the app. So as you walk down the street, you may see an ad for a store you're near, or their competitor, or as you leave the gym, you may get an ad for a smoothie shop featuring a new post-workout protein drink, and it's just a few feet away. This is combined with the use of cookies, which allows apps and networks to track what you've been searching for. By showing you relative ads while you are nearby and possibly considering buying in that category, advertisers can get to you when your defense is like it's too far away, or I don't need that right now, are at their lowest. Number 3. Plastic cubes. While watching an ad for cold drinks, you may have wondered how they keep the ice cubes from melting. The answer is they don't. They use ice cubes that are made out of plastic. They're both melt-free and uniformly sized. That's right. Even the ice cubes in your drink ads are fake. Now that's cold. Number 2. Milk for cereal ads. Commercials make a bowl of cereal look so good. The milk splashing into the bowl, the perfectly portioned spoon. But that isn't real milk in the commercials. With real milk, cereal sometimes sinks to the bottom because it's heavier. Advertisers want the cereal to float to the top of the milk so you can get a good look at its yummy goodness. So when you see a bowl of cereal in a commercial, it's actually cereal in a bowl of glue. Yes, that same white PVA glue you used to glue stuff when you were young. It's all because the advertisers know that yummy-looking floating cereal will stick in your mind. Oh, and you may have wondered how most of the milk makes its way out of the bowl and prefers to just levitate directly under the bowl instead. Yeah, it's a white lie. It's Photoshop, looks great, but they always milk it. Like you had one job, milk, one job. Number 1. Busy bees. When you see a picture of an insect in an ad, you probably don't think about what a hassle it was for the photographer. But insects often move very fast, making them hard to photograph without getting a blurry picture. To slow down our frantic friends in the animal kingdom, photographers often freeze frame. Quite literally, they get their insect, put them into the refrigerator for a few hours before trying to get the shot. The cold slows them down, making it easier to photograph them. So that bee you see selling your honey-flavored food isn't quite the bee it used to be. What advertiser tricks have you fallen for? Did any in this video surprise you? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, if you like this video, please leave it a like and subscribe. We'll be making more of these in the future. It helps keep you notified. Thanks for watching.